I think most universities are struggling to get money, and it is pouring in to Howard. So what do you think that's because? What's causing it?
Yeah, I think there are three factors. One is we've been out telling our story about our outcomes, what we do. Second, without a doubt, my alum have been everywhere. Obviously, Vice President Kamala Harris has certainly brought a lot of attention to the university. There's no doubt about that. And within the past, year, you think of a Chadwick Boseman and his passing, and people recognizing that Howard again is tied there, I think is another thing. And the third thing is the sum of the activity with the racial reckoning. You go back and you recognize that HBCUs in general have been diversifying many industries, and a place like Howard has been at the forefront of doing that. Having a relationship with Marriott that has been ongoing. We were actually working on something, and then the untimely death of Annie Sorensen certainly made it clear, given the man he was and his push for diversity, that these are two things that we should put together. And so I'm very, very thankful to the Marriott Foundation, but I also know David Marriott in particular personally. And I want to thank him, for their thoughtfulness around this gift. In a lot of circumstances, we have been looking at being under-resourced. And I tell people all the time, if you invest in us, what we are capable of doing is really untold, because we already were doing it with less resources, and now you have an opportunity to do it. And you're right, fundraising is difficult, especially in this environment with a pandemic. But I will say that we have been doing the groundwork. We have been telling our story. We have been trying to make the contacts, and we've been knocking on the door and pushing the door open. And now that the door is open, what we've got to do is to take it off the hinges to make sure that it doesn't close back.
It's just really remarkable, to see Howard shine this way, as it should. Really, congratulations.
I appreciate that. Lots of people have to get credit for that, including my board, my faculty, my staff students. I just happen to be the person holding the steering wheel right at this point. And I do intend to pass that steering wheel on to my successor, who will be the first woman president of the university when that time comes.
Is that out, that there will be a woman president succeeding you?
No, that's my wish. We've had 17 men as the university president, and I'm hopeful that we'll have our first female president, as we've had our first female vice president. 70% of my undergrads are women. And so I do think, when I started, we had one permanent female dean. We now have 9. And so I think it would be the rightful thing for the next president of Howard to be the first female president.